Good evening, Jai Gurudev, and welcome to all the participants who are joining. I hope the audio and video is clear. So, if it is very clear, you can type yes in the comment box. Good evening. Thank you. Okay, great. So, let us begin with the today's webinar. And first of all, I would like to thank Krishnaraj ji from Trends Talk for inviting me for such a great webinar. He has been conducting great webinars, inviting many people to contribute in people's lives. So I would like him to speak if you wish to, and we can carry forward with the webinar.
Sure, can you hear me? Yeah, hello and welcome to today's evening session. We are running the 32nd edition of Trends Talks. And if you'd like to know more about it, you can always refer to your videos on YouTube because we are going to record these sessions and put them on YouTube. To focus on today's session, we have Advait Danke, and he specializes in sound and music therapy and also does it with a combination of Nada Chikitsa and Ayurveda, which is a great combination to have, I think. And he is also a founding director of Wellness Vibe and both the Marg Foundation, if you would have already seen. And it is his mission to reach out to people and catalyze it with expansion of the conscious mind and using sound, devotion, and Nada Yoga and all this. And he has already reached more than 3,000 people as their wellness coach. And he is endeavoring to do this for us today. And so let me hand it over to Advait. And on this beautiful topic. Hope you will all enjoy this. And if you have any questions, keep it in the end, or you can use the chat box, and we can certainly look into it at the end of the session. So over to you, Advait.
Thank you very much for the great introduction. And let's begin with today's topic, which is the Siddha sound therapy and Dhwani Chikitsa. So, if we see in our life, sound plays a great role. Sound, music, vibrations. In the entire universal sounds, the most fundamental thing, if you see, of the universe, of the cosmos, it is the vibrations. From the smallest atom to the biggest planets to the galaxies, everything is just a sound. And if we refer to our Upanishads and the yogic texts, the scriptures, the Puranas, the Skanda Purana, if you see, or the Nad Bindu Upanishads, they have been talking about the sound of the Om. If you specifically think about the Spanda Shastra, from which the Agamas and the Shaivism is actually talking about the sound. So every scripture in some or the other way is talking about the Nad Brahma, the sound, the dhvani, the vibrations. Not just the scriptures, but if you see the new quantum science, the new quantum physics, it's talking about everything is just an energy. Everything is just the outcome of vibrations, the energy field, the vibration field which it talks about. And it has been credited by the greatest scientists such as the Tesla, Einstein. If you see, they have referred in their biopics that they get the inspiration from our ancient Indian texts. So in this entire short webinar, we will explore the sound, we will explore certain types of sound as per the Ayurveda and how it impacts our body, mind and the consciousness, and some practical tips and tools which we can daily implement in our day-to-day lives, in our entire routine, the Dincharya, what Ayurveda says, and how we can balance out our vibrations. So this will be the outlook of today's webinar, and we'll have a short sound meditation at the end. So beginning with the sound, there are various types of sound, there are various types of vibrations that we are exposed to. So can someone share in the comment box कि कौन से हम vibrations से expose होते हैं? I'll give you some example. Right now I am speaking, so the sound is coming through my vocal cords from this entire body itself. It's not just the vocal cords, but from the entire body, from the entire mind. So the sound which right now we are exposed is not just my physical expression or the manifestation of the sound, but through which emotions, through which thoughts, through which mindset I am giving out this specific intention. So sound is not just the physical manifestation that we listen through the music or through the noise we are getting connected to. For an example, there are the sounds of traffic, that is what we call as the noise. There are the sounds of the nature, that is the sattvic uchar, the sattvic dhvani, the sattvic nad. So there are various types of sound. If you see, if we are in anger, our sound is different. If we are in a love, the sound is different. Our entire expression of the body changes. Is it not so? So going on at a deeper level, if you see, not just the entire physical dimension is of the sound, but even the mind, the components of the mind are composed of vibrations. So it is very important to be or to have a kind of an awareness in which vibrations that we resonate to, which vibrations that we are currently in the bandwidth of. So I'll share some notes and the PPT as well so that you can take out some notes. So now when we move forward with these vibrations, there are some vibrations which cause harmony in the life. What Spanda Shastra says, there are certain sounds which can cause harmony in the nature, harmony in the environment, harmony in the existence, which is the universe itself, and there are some sounds which can cause harmony in our body-mind construct. If certain sounds can create harmony, there are certain sounds which can create disharmony as well. If we right now go outside in the traffic, the noise from the pollution, the noise from the traffic, the noise of the mechanical sounds, it will cause certain disturbance. Is it not so? It's an unconscious reaction that we give when we are in a traffic. हमें पता नहीं चलता कि हम एंगर में क्यों आते हैं या फिर हमारा जो फाइट एंड फ्लाइट रिस्पॉन्स होता है हमारे नर्वस सिस्टम का, that gets activated automatically. Why? Because of the certain sounds and the environment which we are exposed to, the vibrations from the environment. Now let's change the scenario. Let's go to a peaceful environment where there is greenery around. Even if we think of it, even if we visualize it, there are some changes in our sound. There are some changes in our hormonal level. That is what we refer as the ras in Ayurveda. The moment we change our vibrations, the rasayana, that starts to shift. So I'd like to share some of the PPT now. It's a very interesting topic if we go much more into it. So let me share the presentation now. So the sound is nothing but comprised of three elements. If we refer to the yogic scriptures, specifically from the Spanda Shastra, it says the vibration or the sound has many subsets, and light is one of the manifestations. Light and awareness is one of the manifestation of the sound, the Nad Brahma. So in our Bodh Marga Foundation, what we refer it as, it is the sound, it is the yoga. The Nad Yoga is nothing but the yoga of sound, light and awareness. So it's comprised of many subsets. If we talk about the physics, It's comprised the entire science of sound, vibrations, and the quantum physics. If we think about medically, from the Ayurvedic side and from the modern perspective of the medicine, epigenetics plays a great role. The science of epigenetics and the science of DNA, it plays a great role in the sound therapy, because the sound, when we refer to the sound, when I am speaking, or any music that we are exposed to, it not only penetrates to the ears, that is what normally we think of, because we have no awareness of it. But any vibrations that we listen to, it penetrates till your DNA level. It changes your DNA. That is what the epigenetics has been talking about. I'll just give you a short description of what epigenetics is. The earlier genetics used to talk about that our genetics or the DNA, the phenotypic expressions in our DNA cannot be changed. But the epigenetics talk about our phenotypic expressions in our DNA can be changed. From what substances it can be changed? From the modalities of sound, light, our thoughts, our belief patterns, our emotions, and the environment that we have been exposed to, that can contribute in the change of the DNA, the expressions in the DNA, even till the protein level and the RNA DNA level. And the same science has been discussed in the Ayurveda, in the yogic scriptures, in the tantric scriptures, that our doshas, our prakriti vikruti can be changed at any given moment. It can be brought into the balance and it can be brought into imbalance with certain modalities of yoga, with certain modalities of mantras, with certain modalities of the elemental compositions such as the space element, the air element, the fire element, the water element, and the earth element, the Pancha Mahabhutas that we have. If we see why in our ancient culture we have been practicing the yagya, the homotherapy, it is nothing but the fire element getting combined with the Nad Yoga, with the mantras that our ancient gurus have been doing that. So the combination of fire element and the space element. So the sound comes under the space element. So that is what Ayurveda says about that the sound has the tanmatra of the space element, the Akash Tattva. And if you see, the Akash Tattva plays the greatest importance in the spiritual awakening. In your spiritual awakening, and to eradicate certain illnesses which have physical manifestations, emotional manifestations. So the space element, if it can be brought into the great balance, if it can be enhanced in the five elements, it not only balances the space tattva in our entire body, mind, consciousness, but it also balances all the four elements. So that is why if we talk about the sound therapy, it has the direct penetration. If we talk from the spiritual perspective or the yogic perspective, it not only just balances the deha bodh or the body level or the mano bodh at the mind level, but directly at the spiritual level. In our yogic scriptures, there is the concept of the koshas, pancha koshas that we have. We have the three doshas, we have the pancha koshas, five sheaths of the body mind. So the sound or the Akash Tattva directly helps you to balance the fifth kosha, which is the Anandamaya kosh. So if we see, just with certain sounds and with the certain practice of Nad Yoga, which is the yoga of internal sound, the Anandamaya kosh, the Akash Tattva can be brought into the balance. And if the Akash Tattva and the Anandamaya kosh can be brought into the great balance, all the koshas and all the elements can be brought into the balance. And if some people who are now listening to the webinar live or the recorded webinar, if you see the five elements, they have been clubbed into the three doshas. So if the five elements are getting balanced, the three doshas are getting balanced. If the three doshas are getting balanced, the gunas of the mind, the sattvic, rajasic, and the tamas gunas, that can be brought into the balance. So this was something from the spiritual and the yogic side. So if we start to enhance our space tattva, the Akash tattva, what it does, it eliminates the mull, which is the dirt, the garbage, which has been expressed, which has been manifested in our body in terms of the blockages. The blockages can be of the body level, which we see in our diseases. We have the chronic ailments, we have lifestyle disorders, we have certain genetic disorders that we carry from our ancestors. We have certain disorders which we inherit from our environment. So all this can be brought into the balance when we talk about the body level. So how it can be brought into the balance? Because the sound directly alters your brain patterns. The sound, if we listen to any relaxing music, why do you feel relaxed? Why do you feel peaceful? Why do you feel like, हाँ आज मैं अभी relax करता हूँ? Because it alters certain compositions in the brain chemically. It alters the composition of the nervous system. It alters the blood pressure levels. Music has been proved as a therapeutic modality now. I don't have to talk about it because everyone has an experience. And if we talk about our ancient great sages and the great Nad yogis, they have been using the technology of Raga Chikitsa. They have been using the technology of the kirtans and the bhajans. Our great saints used to go on having the great tours in India, from one pilgrimage to other pilgrimage, with kirtans, with bhakti, which alters your brain patterns, which alters your nervous system, which alters your cardiovascular system. In short, it balances your nervous system. In short, it balances your cardiovascular system. And once these two systems are brought into the balance, all the other systems, they follow their balancing path, such as the digestive system, the reproductive system, the hormonal system, because the sound directly alters your brain pattern. So this is what the sound at the modern medicine level starts to impact. So what are the benefits out of it? What are the benefits of practicing sound therapy and Nad yoga? So if people are interested in just short-term benefits, so all the chronic ailments can be brought into the great balance. It's we have since the last 4 years I have been practicing sound therapy, and I have been touring around the world. So I have seen people from my own eyes that they have come out of their chronic ailments, they have come out of their all the short term illnesses, and at the same time long term illnesses as well. But if you want to really have the long term impact, then the sound has to be used for your spiritual growth. The sound has to be used for your spiritual awakening, and that is why I want to introduce you to the tool of the singing bowls. Now if you see this singing bowl that I am having in my entire room, so this singing bowl, nowadays it has been very much brought into the media, very much famous. It's very much famous as Tibetan bowls or Himalayan singing bowls. But let me tell you the secret: it is not from the Tibetan side or the Himalayan side. Of course, they have their versions and variants, but the authentic source of the singing bowls is from the Nath Sampradaya, from the Nath Parampara. It's a tradition of the yoga. It's a tradition of the saints in our India. So it is coming from that, from the Gorakshnath lineage, from the Gorakshnath Babaji. तो ये नाथ परंपरा से आता है ये प्रकार सानाद का, इस नाद तंत्र का, ध्वनि तंत्र का, and it follows the path, and it has been explicitly mentioned in the Jnaneshwari. It's the first ever translation of Bhagavad Gita in Marathi by Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj. So he has mentioned this tool in his Jnaneshwari on how to use this tool to awaken yourself, how to stimulate it for your Kundalini and chakras. So, of course, it's a very big topic when we talk about the entire part from the tantras and the Shaivism about all these aspects. But yes, sound plays a great role in that. So, when we talk about the spiritual aspect, all the koshas, all the doshas can be brought into the balanced. Our genetic karmic patterns can be deleted just by using the sound, our karmic involvement, our karmic blueprint, which is the DNA blueprint. And when we talk about the medically, and when we talk about the new perspective, the new terminology, your body can be brought into the balance. The blockages that we have in terms of the diseases, which is a kind of an imbalance in the body, imbalance in the systems of the body, that can be brought into the balance. When we refer it as a great analogy with the music, we have seen, and we must have attended many orchestras, classical orchestras. The main conductor conducts the entire orchestra, is it not? And even if one musician is out of the tune, out of the tempo, out of the pitch, or out of the melody, of course there are many parts, because I come from the music background as well, so there are many aspects. So even if one critical aspect is not in the group, is not with the orchestra, it goes out of the balance. So similarly is the case with our body mind construct. Even if the smallest system, even if it is not critical, and even if it is very irritical, it's not critical, but even if it is out of tune, if it is out of your vibrationary level, the entire energetic systems are in imbalance. You might have noticed that. So let me share you the example from the PPT. So here I would like to refer the example from the Nikola Tesla. So he refers it as, if you want to find the secrets from the universe, think in terms of energy and the vibration. So if we want to find the real secrets of the life, the real secret to peace, happiness and fulfillment, the first key element is to balance the sounds. The sounds that we are listening to, the sounds that we are exposed to, the music that we have been listening to. I can tell you that I have developed certain expertise. If I just look at your music library in your mobile or in your system, I can tell you which illnesses that you are having. If I just listen your sound, I can tell you which illnesses that you have been going through and which illnesses are there in your future. And this is how the Ayurvedic Vaidyas have been doing that. In Nada Chikitsa, what they do, they just listen the sound and they know that what imbalances are there. Of course, there are many modalities in Ayurveda. Some do it with the Nadi and some do with the Nad. So that is how with the Nada Chikitsa, we are there to detect. And if here Tusharji has shared, we can use our voices exactly. If you see, when we are in a stressful situations, हम कहते हैं ना बहुत ही stress था, and we say some syllables, the आ और हा, या फिर हमें कभी कुछ दर्द होता है, हम ऑटोमेटिकली वो साउंड इस्तेमाल करते हैं. वो क्यों साउंड इस्तेमाल करते हैं? इट्स द अनकॉन्शियस रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ द बॉडी to balance the particular nervous system, the particular neurons there, to shoot the particular neurons in that particular area. Endorphins shoot up होते हैं with the particular sounds. तो ये specificity है हमारे sound की, नाद की. Here Einstein refers it as there is only light and sound. There is only the light and sound that there is. So if we balance the sounds that we are exposed to, many things can be brought into the great balance. So here it's just about the physics here, and this is how normally the sound travels, and this sound can be brought into the balance. So this sound which is there right now in our body mind can be brought into the balance if we introduce higher vibratory sounds. So I'll show you that as well. Here if you see the example of orchestra which we generally give, our system is nothing but the orchestra, and the conductor here is our navel. So in the entire Bodh Marga Foundation and in the entire journey of Nad Yoga, the navel plays an important role, because all the 72,000 nadis, the 72,000 nadis and its sound, they meet at the navel. So if we change the vibrations at the level of Nabhi, the navel, the source of the creation, it can change the entire outlook of the life. So just with the sound, we have seen great shift in people's finance, in people's health, in people's consciousness, in people's relationship problems, not just the health issues, but the sound can be molded in such a way, the sound therapy can be altered in such a way that it can bring balance in your health, it can bring balance in your relationships, the conflicts that we have, because this conflicts that we have, they are nothing but the sound. अगर घर में हमारी बीबी हम पे मतलब चिल्लाती है, आपकी बीबी आप पे चिल्लाती है, so which sound that you get reacted to, you are not getting reacted to your wife or your husband, you are getting reacted to that vibration. Please make a note of it. We are not getting reacted to the traffic sound or the elements of the traffic there. It's the vibrations that we are getting reacted to, because our DNA captures the sound and the vibrations. We have our memory in our DNA, which we bring from the ancestors. At the same time, we have the sounds at the DNA level. Why are you putting down BV term? No, no, it's not putting down. I'm just giving you a example. So this is seen in all the relationships. It's not just in the husband wife. It's there. It's the normal case scenario. It's nothing about putting down. So see, now if you see which sound that you're getting exposed to and how did you react? How did you respond to it? Now this, when we start to be in the awareness, in the entire awakening journey, when we referred in the Bodh Marga Foundation, this can be brought into the balance, because we are not in the awareness of what sounds and with what shabda we can be getting responded to. So generally when we have a physical sound therapy session, we manage it like that way. So here in the middle we have our master Gnad Yogi Vibhushri, and with the sounds and with the singing bowls, the entire construct of the body mind can be brought into the balance. So these are just the sessions which we were doing. We are doing currently online webinars as well, and we have seen a great shift. This was at the Tata Hospital, and we have managed to provide this research itself at the Ayurveda International Congress. So this is something about us and our master. So we have been conducted all the workshops worldwide, and we have been blessed enough to contribute more than 20,000 people with this sound, with this Dhwani Chikitsa. And this is something about me. I'm currently as the project director at Bodh Marga Foundation and Wellness Vibe, and have been blessed enough to have the Guru Krupa to be in this entire construct of spirituality. And before coming into the entire Nad Yoga and Ayurveda, I was an artist. I was actually a DJ. So I used to create havoc in people's life with this sound. And now I've been blessed enough to receive the blessings to use this sound as a therapeutic modality through the Raga Chikitsa, through the singing bowls, through the Nad Yoga, and to contribute something larger than life in people's problems, in people's lives. So just with the sound, we have we are on a mission to help people grow into the spiritual awakening, to live a lifestyle of abundance where there is the entire construct of contentment. The entire environment is of love, is of peace and happiness. So with the sound, we can practically do that. And this was our entire conference at the Ayurveda International Conference, which was done by Vibhushri and Bodh Marga Foundation. So this was something about the sound and how it can be implemented in a positive manner to change the vibrations. And living with the last point, so after the of course after this talk we will have the meditation, which will not be the part of the recording because the meditations that we use, they are the copyright of the foundation and our company, so the recording will not be there, but we will do the meditation after 2 to 5 minutes. So this scale of frequency that we have, it's very important. For an example, we have the entire, let me show you the scale of frequency. So now it's very important for us to know that which bandwidth are we resonating to. If we are resonating at the guilt, at the shame level, at the desperation level, at the more desires, more fear, we start to manifest the same thing with the same vibrations, because there is a concept called as the resonation. So which frequencies that we resonate, that starts to happen in our life. In the Western world, this has been referred as the law of attraction, but this is not what I'm talking about. This is not related to law of attraction. People have made it into law of attraction, but it's about the sound. It's about the sound and the frequencies. So if we start to enhance the sounds with the good vibes, we can start to resonate at the higher levels of willingness, acceptance, having a good amount of reasoning and intelligence in the life, having the frequencies of love. And if you see, the enlightenment, the liberation is at the highest order. And that is why in our ancient scripture, the Nad Yoga, and in the entire yogic terminologies, the liberation has been given the most significance, the most significant place. Because if we do any of our activities with that aspect of liberation or mukti, our entire vibration changes. So this is very much important, that how do we vibrate. If we are vibrating at lower frequencies, we attract the similar incidents and similar changes, these similar patterns basically. So how can we bring that into the balance? Yes, there are scientific studies. So I think if we have time, if you want to expand, I can show you these certain scientific studies. There are, of course. So we have been doing this since the last decade. So we have established scientific study, and if you see, I just shared that we represented this in the entire Ayurveda International Conference in London. So this itself is a scientific establishment, and there have been research and case studies across the world. If you just Google it out, you will find numerous case studies with the sound and vibrational therapy that people have managed. So the specialty of what we have been doing in Bodh Marga Foundation is that we have been receiving the blessings to inculcate it with the Ayurveda. And if you research all the Ayurvedic papers, it can be clubbed into the sound. It can be brought into the balance, because the herbs that we use, the certain modalities that we use in Ayurveda, at the subtle level, they are there because of the vibrations. So of course there are scientific establishments, there are the changes in the brainwave patterns that we have with the sound. So I would like to show that. So if you see with the sound and the brainwave patterns, the sound meditations that we have in our Wellness Vibe app, so what they do is they start to alter your brainwave patterns. We have this natural tendency of frequency following response of our brain. For an example, if you have been induced with the frequency of 10 hertz, which the ear cannot listen, but the body, the cells and the DNA and the brain can listen your sound of the 10 hertz, the vibration at the 10 hertz. So if we listen to the sound and the frequency of 10 hertz, what our brain and the body mind does, it tries to match to that frequency. Now why do we do that? Because right now when we are in the active state, we are into the beta state. We have the 4 states of mind or the 4 states of brainwave patterns. the beta, alpha, theta, delta, and there are certain other states, the gamma and the epsilon states as well. There are also sub delta levels. So this is a very in-depth topic. But if you see, if we listen to the frequencies and bring our brainwave patterns into the alpha state, into the theta state, into the delta state, our brainwave pattern changes. And if the brainwave pattern starts to change, there are certain neural activity which is taking place in the brain. There are the neurons getting fired, and there are the hormonal activities which starts to play a balance. And the main thing about this brainwave entrainment is it directly stimulates your glands, the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, and the pineal gland. So these three important glands that we have in our brain, of course, the spiritual significance of these three elements or these three glands are too much. But if you see scientifically, these three important points in the brain, they start to get stimulated. And once they are into the stimulation, there are the changes in the hormonal patterns. So if you see in the alpha and the theta levels, the human growth hormone, the good hormones that we have, the dopamine, the endorphins, the oxytocin, there are many other hormones, of course, they start to be in a balance. They get secreted automatically. And that is why if you see, when we are in a meditation, when we are into the samadhi avastha, the samadhi avastha is nothing but you go consciously into the theta, delta, or the gamma state or the epsilon states. So when we refer as the samadhi avasthas, what happens is we stop the brain activities in a way. If you see point 1 and the sub delta levels is even below point 1, it's like when we there have been great scientific studies in which the scientists and the neurosurgeons, they actually did this experiment with great monks and rishimunis, and they thought that they were clinically dead because the brainwave patterns are so low, it's clinically dead. And that is why in our ancient modalities, if you see in the ancient yogic awakening journey, why the yogic people have been living a life of 200 years, 1000 years, because they can stop their bodies aging with this conscious Nad Yoga. So this is just a connection through the modern science and with the esoteric practices, that how sound and Nad Yoga can be utilized to go into the sub delta levels or to go into the Samadhi Avastha. Samadhi is nothing but the Samabuddhi, the intellect, the intellect which is in balance. And when that intellect is in a balance, you automatically are in a relaxed way, you're automatically in a very stable way, and that stability comes into the picture with our navel. So when we talk about the entire spiritual journey with the Nad Yoga, we at Bodh Marga have divided into 5 parts. So I would like to showcase that. So we have divided this entire journey into the 5 parts, with the Siddha sound therapy, with the DNA, how the sound impacts your DNA, how the sound can be utilized to activate your navel, and how sound can be utilized for the Shri Padmini Vidya. So this is all the spiritual journey that we have at our Bodh Marga Foundation. And the last stage is of the Bodh Prakriya. So we have the three main centers in the body mind, which is the navel, heart, and the head, which is the third eye. So in the Bodh Marga Foundation, when people nowadays what they do, they want to get awakened directly, but that is not possible. They want to stimulate their chakras or kundalini or third eye directly, but that is not possible. It is only possible if we go from the gradual journey from the navel, the heart, and then the higher centers. And if you see in any of the esoteric practices from the yogic background, or any esoteric practices from other cultures and other civilizations, they have been giving prominence to the sound of the navel, the sound and the vibrations at the navel. So once that is into the balance, the navel is in the balance. From the navel, we move to the heart, and then we move to the higher centers. So from the lower chakras in a way to the higher chakras, to the higher centers of the intelligence. So this was something about it, and it's an interesting question which Nilamji asked. What made me turn from DJ into the spiritual journey? So since my childhood, I have been learning classical vocals, and I have been having the greatest respect for my gurus who have been imparting me this knowledge of Raga Chikitsa. So from my childhood, there was the culture of the ragas and how it can contribute. But there was certain incidences in my life that I discontinued the classical singing. I discontinued the classical vocals. And because of all my friends and college environment, I started to have more curiosity into the modern music, the DJing, the art, the electronic music in a way. So I started composing that. I started to tour across the India as a performing artist. So I used to perform in front of 800 plus people in many of the colleges. But while performing, I was never content. I was never satisfied. And inner that inner hollowness, that emptiness, that helped me to find my purpose. That basically channelized me to find something greater with the sound itself, because I had decided कि मुझे लाइफ टाइम में कुछ भी करना है कि मैं साउंड के अलावा कुछ नहीं करूंगा, मैं म्यूजिक के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा. Of course I was having my academic education in computer science in engineering, but मैंने तभी डिसाइड किया था कि जो भी कुछ करना है वो म्यूजिक के साथ ही, with the music, with the technology of sound. And that helped me to be into the contemplation during that point of this performing the stage. I stopped that. I stopped all the DJing. I stopped all the things. I stopped my education for a year. And during that time, I contemplated that what else I can do with the sound. And suddenly there was an inner intuition for me to find the silence, to find the purpose of my life. And from that I started to explore about, is there any possibility of sound therapy or music therapy, because since my childhood, as I shared, I have been introduced to the classical music, the classical gharanas, as not an entertainment but a means to find your own purpose, a means to liberate yourself. So that point helped me to connect with the silence, and that specific teaching of my guru helped me to connect with the sound therapy. And that is how I started to explore, and I approached Vibhushri Rivesh Vade, who is the founder of Bodh Marga Foundation and Wellness Vibe. And that journey started to unravel itself, unfold itself. So this is something about my journey. And currently I started volunteering, and now I'm currently volunteering there as the director at the foundation. So this is how my journey is, and slowly as I started to develop more expertise into that, automatically people started to approach me, how we can solve this problem, how we can help to eradicate certain issues. So with scientifically, at the same time, from the spiritual background, I have been giving solutions to people's problems. So that is how the journey is in a way. And personally, it has brought a great shift in my life. I was never like this, and it has got many shifts. I mean, I have gotten many shifts in my life, in my health, in my relationships. So this is something about me and my whole journey. So the sound has the greatest impact. Sound has the possibility to help you get awakened, help you get spiritually awakened, and at the same time help you to create luxury in the life in terms of the materialistic prosperity, the samruddhi that we refer in our scriptures, that can be very much possible with the sound, with the Nad Yoga. So with this, I would like to conclude the discourse and the talk, and we will start with the meditation for the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I would like to stop the recording, and it will be uploaded on the Trends Talks YouTube channel, at the same time Bodh Marga Foundation's YouTube channel. So that's about it from my side, and I hope everyone enjoyed the discourse. some points, something into the summarized format that I managed to give. Of course, there are so many perspectives in this entire sound therapy, Dhwani Chikitsa, and the Nad Yoga. And of course, we conduct many webinars and many physical events. So if you wish to connect with us, and do join us from our website and from our social media. Jai Gurudev. So this was the Vastunada track from Wellness Vibe that we have developed. So we have developed many such soundtracks for different aspects of life, relationship, fear, emotions, finances, prosperity, business, and many other aspects of life which can be transformed with the digital sound, with the digital aspect of sound. And then the spiritual significance, if you want to grow spiritually, then this is the tool for it. Then this is the Spanda tool, the singing bowls. In Hindi or in Sanskrit, no one knows this name, but let me tell you the name of this tool. What Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj calls is as the Ghosh Kundi, the Ghosh Nad. In our bells, if you see the temple, the bells have been placed like this. So the bells are the extension of this, of the singing bowl. So when we refer it for the spiritual growth, then this tool helps you. For your materialistic growth, the digital sound can be helped. This tool also helps you to manifest many other things, and at the same time clear your vastu, grow in the meditation, balance many illnesses. We have seen miraculous case studies, people who have been suffering with brain stroke, then deadly neurological illnesses, then even illnesses like cancer. We do not want to claim anything on this because, of course, there are many institutes which can go against us. But at the same time, we have seen from our own eyes and experience that people have come out of such illnesses. And of course, Ayurveda, we know the natural holistic methods that Ayurveda is capable of transforming the deadly illnesses, and this is what our ancient sages and rishi munis, they have been providing us the blessings with. So they knew the solutions, they knew the secrets of life, they knew this, and we have the chance to, to have them back again. So with the sound, it's one of the access to the secret and longevity. And this app, of course, it's available. So let me share our, the how you can approach us, how you can contact and know more about us. So we have the app on the Apple Store, and at the same time we have it on the Android Store. The major we our mission majorly in our Bodh Marga Foundation is to create maulis, to create mothers, to create unconditional motherhood in each and every person, right? Even if that person is a male, female, or a small child, or an adult, it doesn't matter. But our mission is to create the motherhood, because if you are into the stage of mauli, all your nad, all the sounds that you have, they get into a great balance. You do not have any illnesses if you are the mother. If you see, that's why all the saints, especially Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj, he has been referred as the mauli. All the saints, they have been referred as the mothers, because the stage of motherhood it's such full of love and compassion that everything boils down to love, everything boils down to forgiveness, everything starts to get cleared. We have the bhogs and the sufferings in our life, so that can be altered if you are into the vibrations of mauli. So this is our end goal, and for that we have the entire bhakti movement and the spiritual awakening movement. So we do the bhakti and the Gyanottar Bhakti movement as per the Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj and the saints of Maharashtra. And we are making it available to worldwide with this technology of Nad Yoga and the Siddha Kirtans. So we, on our YouTube channel on Bodh Marga Foundation, we have all the mantras, the Siddha chants, the Siddha bhajans, and the Siddha Kirtans to help you grow spiritually, such as the Nirvana Ashtakam, the Ganeshaya Namaha mantra. We have the Devi Suktam and Shri Suktam. which directly changes the vibrations connected with your feminine side, with your prosperity, and it can help you to grow spiritually. So these are recorded at a very high conscious level. And we have the kirtans, which help you to be in a love all the time. That is the technology of kirtan, basically, to be in the state of oneness, to be into the state of advaita. So even the goal of Nad Yoga and sound therapy is what? To help you to go reach the nothingness, to help you to experience the vast emptiness or the vast inclusiveness of the life. And with the vibrations, it can happen. So these kirtans are one technology, the ragas are one technology which give you the access. The singing bowls is one of the access, and the modern digital sound till some level can help you to go there. And we have our Facebook groups, our Telegram groups, and even the WhatsApp groups that we have, and the YouTube channels which we go on a regular satsang there, like live sessions monthly, weekly on Zoom and YouTube, which is free of cost. So you can definitely join our YouTube or Bodh Marga's YouTube channel, Facebook channel. Even we have the podcast that we have. More than 100 episodes are there on the Spotify. And of course, there is the Instagram in which we share day-to-day life stories and incidences on how to grow spiritually, and some techniques with the sound and Nad Yoga and the Ayurveda. And this is the app Wellness Vibe. So if you just search Wellness Vibe on App Store or Google Play Store, you will get the option to download. There are certain tracks which are free of cost. There are certain tracks which are of course paid. We conduct certain webinars which are completely donation based. There are certain webinars which are of course there with the fees. So this is something about all the things. And this is the Ghosh Pushpa or the singing bowls by Bodh Marga. We hand make them since the last 10 years. We have developed a technology in which we carefully select the metallic compositions with Ayurveda, the Rasa Tantra, and of course the Guru Parampara. So we make them handmade, because there are many places nowadays, airports hai, monasteries hai, jahan pe aapko singing bowls milte hain, but they are not as per the parampara, as per the Siddha Parampara with the metallic compositions. So this is one specialty that we have with the Bodh Marga Foundation, and this is the entire journey. So this is something about us, something about the journey that we have, and we are very happy to help you to connect with us in the entire journey of spiritual awakening. Yes, thank you so much, and Jai Gurudev. I hope I'll just share the I think our team member is there. I'll just share our WhatsApp group link to which you can join, and our Telegram group link. It will be there in the YouTube description as well. So Jai Gurudev, and you can definitely join. This is the WhatsApp group, and the Telegram group is t.me/Bodhmarga Foundation. So this is the Telegram group, and of course you can just check out our websites at www.bodhmarga.org, which is the bodhmarga.org. You will find all the blogs and all the videos there on the website. And we have the Wellness Vibe website as well, as www.wellnessvibe.com, which is the wellnessvibe.com. That's about it. Jai Gurudev, thank you for attending the webinar and even staying till the end, which we extended for half an hour. I hope you enjoyed the meditation, and we have many such the content which is available freely on YouTube as well. That's about it. Jai Gurudev. And once again, thank you to Krishnaraj ji and Trends Talks, the entire concept that he is having, for helping us to connect. Jai Gurudev. So with his ending note, I would like to end this session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Advait. I think there's a lot of science behind all this, and this 1 hour might have not been enough to learn the intricacies of each of it. So I hope people connect to him, join the WhatsApp group, follow them on Facebook, and you can also join Trends Talks through the WhatsApp group or follow us on YouTube. So with that, I think we should call it a day. I hope each of you all enjoyed it. And you want to take any questions, Advait?
Yeah, sure. I'm open to it because I'm available. So if people have and they have the time, I'm very much open to questions.
Yeah, we can take one or two questions.
Yes, do shoot the questions.
So can I go for the first one?
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
Yeah. So you mentioned that just by checking somebody's playlist, you're able to get to know the illnesses he might possibly have. So how does that work? Can you throw some light on it?
Yeah, yeah, surely. So we have the sattvic, tamasic, and the rajasic sound. So these sounds, they are connected with our three doshas. So just to not overcomplicate it, if you see the tamas gun is connected with the vat doshas, the rajas guna is connected with the pitta dosha, and the sattva gun is connected with the kapha dosha. Not to, because there are certain permutation and combination in there itself, but for the answering part, this is the normal simplicity. In a simple manner we can arrange them in this way. So if you see, if certain people are into the rock music or very poppy music or very music which is harsh in nature, they are attracted to the vat dosha. They have the vat imbalance in them. Their prakruti or vikruti can be of the vat dosha. And if we identify their prakruti, of course, the Ayurveda gives all the set of ailments, all the imbalances, the dincharya, the ritucharya, which that particular person should follow. If he doesn't, then the doshas are just around the corner. The ragas means rag and dvesh, not the musical ragas. So the doshas, ragas, dvesh, and all the vikrutis are just around the corner. Similarly, if there are the music which is in fast manner, but at the same time it is not harsh, the music which creates passion in you. If you see the electronic music or the romantic music that we have, or the Bollywood music, just to give you an example, because if you listen to that music, it creates more passion in you, it creates more imagination, visualization, it creates more, you can say, the excitement in you. So that is connected with the rajasic gun, and rajasic gun is again connected with the ailments with the pitta, with the pitta dosha. So again, same thing follows. The pitta doshas can be the all the ailments connected with the pitta dosha can be there in that person. And then coming to the sattva gun, of course, sattva is also the combination of good qualities of pitta, but at the same time, at gross level, it can be connected with the kapha gun. So the sattvic, so which sounds can be sattvic? The classical music. That's why if you see, it's the common language here in India. Listen to classical music and this element can be recovered. But there are certain modifications which has to be done in that particular energy of the raga. Then it can be possible. And who is actually singing? If there is a person, if there is a great artist, but that artist he himself is in a depression or is in some addiction, then no matter he sings the greatest ragas, it won't work. So the purity of the raga and the purity of the swar and the surs and the purity of that person, all the four plays an important role. That is what in Ayurveda also we refer as. There are four basic principles if the medicine has to work. The therapist or the doctor, the Vaidya, then the nursing agent through which the medicine is giving, then the quality of the medicine, and then the intellect of the Vaidya. So if these all four are in place, then only the medicine works. And of course, the most important part here is the faith or the belief of the patient. It's not about the placebo effect, it's about you having the trust in that Vaidya and you having the trust in that modality. It goes with allopathy as well. Nothing good and bad about it. That's why if you see, हमें कभी वो अगर हमें देखते हैं, हम हमारे फैमिली डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं और वो बोलते हैं हाँ तो ठीक हो गया. Of course, the trust plays a role more than the placebo effect. So this can be connected through the sound
Yeah,
and the music that the person has with the gunas and the doshas.
Yeah, one more thing that you brought out is 72,000 nadis that connect to your navel. How can they be activated?
So this is a very in-depth question. So how to activate the nadi or the navel? It only takes place by the guru who has the authority. So a guru who can do the Shaktopay, that's what we refer as the Shakti path, that person, that authority can do that. So we cannot do our own self. If we talk about and go to any person and talk about कि मुझे मेरे चक्रास या नाड़ीज या मुझे एक सिद्धि चाहिए, तो ऐसे ही वो होती नहीं है, तो वो एक सिर्फ गुरु से ही होता है। और जैसे गुरु कृपा होती है, तो अगर आपके जीवन में वो एक्टिवेशन होता है या चक्रास का हम कहते हैं, अगर वो आपने पास्ट लाइफ में साधना की है तो वो हो जाता है। मगर अब एक वो स्टक लोगों का डिजायर होता है कि मुझे वो चाहिए, मगर ऐसे हमसे चाहने के कुछ नहीं होता वो। हम अगर हम चाहे तो हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते। सो इट्स द गुरुज ब्लेसिंग्स which has the 100% role in that. So 99.99999% इट्स द गुरु कृपा, और जो भी थोड़ा सा कुछ परसेंट बचता है वो हमारी सरेंडरेंस। तो वैसे होता है।
All right, I think you've got some questions. You
यस,
might want to go through it.
ओके। So it's the question from Tushar ji. Can sound reveal our illness? Of course, that's what we discuss right now. Sound can reveal. If if you see, if you go in a hospital and if that person has arthritis, he will have a different sound. If that person, if we go to the different patient, and if that patient has depression, clinical depression, I'm not just talking about हाँ मुझे depression है, मुझे frustration है, और एक्चुअली क्लिनिकली हम डिप्रेस नहीं है, तो उनकी साउंड भी अलग होगी, और जो क्लिनिकली एक्चुअली डिप्रेस्ड है उनकी साउंड अलग होगी। You can just take a note of it. If you have in the home, if you have some patient of diabetes, you just see his way of communication is very different from a person, and the sound that he has from a person who has, let's say, he has heart illnesses. So yes, it can reveal. Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
any more questions? I think if there are no questions, we can call it off today. I hope
Yes, yes,
everyone enjoyed,
definitely.
and have a good night.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So, Jai Gurudev, and do join us in the next webinars that we are having, hosted by Train Stocks and, of course, hosted by Bodh Marga Foundation. That's about it. Jai Gurudev.
All right, good night.
Good night.